Promises made, promises broken. In Trump's America, eggs are high, planes are crashing, deportations are lower. And now, Pumps, why don't you share with our listener what his new brilliant idea is for immigration?
Trump said yesterday from the Resolute desk, he is going to be selling for $5 million permanent residency in the United States. Play the clip, Kyles.
We'll be doing something else that's going to be very, very good. We're going to be selling a gold card. You have a green card. This is a gold card. We're going to be putting a price on that card of about $5 million, and that's going to give you green card privileges plus. It's going to be a route to citizenship. And wealthy people will be coming into our country by buying this card. They'll be wealthy, and they'll be successful, and they'll be spending a lot of money and paying a lot of taxes and employing a lot of people. And we think it's going to be extremely successful. Never been done before or anything like this, but it's something that we're going to be putting out over the next, would you say 2 weeks out? Do you want to say a couple of words?
Here's the thing. Am I crazy, or was it give me you're tired, you're poor, you're sick? Now he's saying, we don't want you if you're poor. We don't want you if you need asylum from the ravages of what's going on in your country. We want you if you have enough money. This is I'm going to deport them. They're coming across in caravans, which we haven't heard one word about. And now we are selling status in the United States of America. Jaw-dropping.
Pumps, I watched this full thing, and there was a follow-up question from somebody in the press pool that asked, would you be selling these to Russian oligarchs? And he says, yeah, I would be. I happen to know a lot of Russian oligarchs, and I really like them. And that dipshit Howard Lutnick, or whatever the hell his name is just knee slapping, cracking up back behind him. So this is what MAGA does. They tell you we're for national security. Eggs are expensive because it's national security, and we're going to deport all these people for national security. I think the evidence on the ground has shown us that rich foreigners are far more detrimental to the security of the United States of America than hardworking laborers that are coming here to just get a decent wage to support their family and send some money back home to their relatives. Look at Rupert Murdoch, look at Elon Musk. So this is a disaster. He is chipping away the United States of America, and he is selling it off because Vladimir Putin owns him, and he does everything Vladimir Putin is telling him to do. And he has just completely ruined the country. And all of these triple Trumpers, I'm fiscally conservative, but socially liberal bullshitters. You did this because you're too fucking lazy to change the channel off of Fox News or read real news from real journalists that literally risk their lives to get you news on the ground as to what's happening in Russia. But you're so goddamn lazy. You go listen to Tucker Carlson's bullshit. I'm so furious about this.
I'm furious too. And it tells me that national security, I mean, obviously with Pete Hegseth, Tulsi Gabbard, all of those people, national security, they don't give a shit about that. But allowing foreign agents, as long as they have enough money to come into the United States, has to compromise national security.
Didn't I read, and maybe you read this too, that there was a law that you couldn't be bribed by a foreign adversary or something, and he rescinded that?
He rescinded the law. That? Yes, he is encouraging corruption.
Right.
And my question is, who gets the $5 million? Because I'm guessing somehow, some way, he's getting a personal cut.
Well, of course he is. I mean, of course he is. Okay, what's next, Pumps?
Okay, so the grift, as we were just discussing, the grift of the gold cards, he also announced all of his other bullshit grifting that he's doing. So Maxwell Frost, who has been on this podcast, who has been a staunch supporter for democracy, he brings it up in Congress, and this is the response.
The grifter-in-chief Trump and President Musk are openly using their public offices to enrich themselves to the tune of billions of dollars. So if we want to look at waste, fraud, and abuse, which I'm down to do, why is there complete silence on the other side of the aisle about looking at the complete grifter that is the President of the United States and the richest man on the earth, which is looking into things like Social Security and different things like that? Why don't we investigate the real corruption?
Hold off. Point of order.
I reclaim my time.
Point of order. Mr. Chairman, point of order. Hold off. There was a point of order when you said something. Who asked for it? Mr. Higgins, would you like to revise your remark with respect to improperly identifying the President of the United States?
I'll say President Musk and grifter in chief Trump.
All right.
Grifter.
Hey, Mr.
Maxwell.
Chairman, point of order.
Wait a second.
If I wanted to challenge someone to a fight, they would know it. Thank you.
Chairman, if
President,
Mr. Musk
told
actually
him that-
came here,
what-
then maybe the Rules
All right.
Committee
I heard
would
no
apply to
disparagement
him.
of the-
But
I'll say something else.
We'll save a lot of time.
I'll say something
Okay.
else.
That's enough. You get the point. So Jim Comer, who is the most pathetic beta male I've ever seen in my life, he threatens to remove him, blah, blah, blah. They're talking about, well, if Elon Musk was here, bring Elon Musk in, bring him in. Let's talk about corruption. But you know what? They won't do it. They will not subpoena Musk because they know he is in charge. They know he runs Donald Trump on a tight leash. And yesterday at the White House press conference, the most despicable Caroline Leavitt said Musk is going to go to the cabinet meetings. Does that tell you anything? These people are corrupt. They know Elon Musk is in charge, and good on Maxwell Frost for not backing down. And I love Trump is the grifter in chief and President Musk. It was just perfect.
What's so rich about that is Comer was the one who would always run around saying the Biden crime family and corrupt Joe Biden and blah, 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 blah. And it's so comical right now to think about that, that Joe Biden's like this just career criminal. When you look at the criminality on the right, you elected a man that has 34 felony convictions. He should have been in jail, honestly, probably a long, long time ago, but his wealth and the color of his skin kept him from that. But Maxwell Frost, this is the way. And in an episode earlier today, we played Jasmine Crockett. And this is the way forward. It is, no holds bar. We are going full steam because some of these clips will end up getting played on right-wing media. Mm-hmm. And we have to, this is not the time for bipartisanship. And it is true. Everything that Maxwell Frost just said is true. It is 100% true. Trump is a grifter and Elon Musk is his boss. Did you see this? Maybe the guys can put this up and post so our listeners can see it. There's a picture of Donald Trump playing with airplanes in the Oval Office, right? Mm-hmm. And so our friends at the Midas Touch zoomed in, and there's a mirror behind Donald Trump when he's playing with his toys. And you can see Elon Musk's face. It is unprecedented, the fact that the President of the United States has a full-time nanny from South Africa
who watches every word he says, who's now going into cabinet meetings, who's doing all of the governing. It is wild. Like anybody that thinks that Elon Musk is not the main power player is absolutely wrong.
And pumps think about this. They're like, okay, yeah, here's your hats. You can sell your gold cards. Here's an airplane to play with, Pawpaw. Here you go. Oh, we're going to shuffle you over to this meeting. He is more kept than a woman could ever dream of being. The emasculation of Donald Trump 2.0 should be the lead story all day, every day, because it is unbelievable and so deliciously ironic that they ran on this alpha male bullshit. White men are under attack. Nobody's masculinity has been assaulted as much as Donald Trump's by Elon Musk and Vladimir Putin. I don't know that I've ever seen someone so emasculated in my entire life.
Oh, no, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Okay.
What's next?
Moving on. So now we know that the courts are calling the action of Doge illegal. And there has been fierce debate because the Trump administration will not name Elon Musk in legal filings as the chief administrator of Doge, even though everybody knows it's Elon Musk. He tweets about it. Donald Trump confirms it in all these videos. But again, the legal process is slow. So yesterday, because there is a legal question on who is the administrator of Doge, this is what the despicable Carolyn Leavitt said at a press conference yesterday.
Caroline, I wanted to ask about a federal judge yesterday was saying that they didn't know who the Doge administrator was and was asking the lawyer for the administration who it was, and the lawyer responded, "I don't know the answer to that. Can you tell us who the administrator of Doge is?"
Again, I've been asked and answered this question. Elon Musk is overseeing Doge. No, Elon Musk is a special government employee, which I've also been asked and have answered that question as well. There are career officials at Doge. There are political appointees at Doge. I'm not going to reveal the name of that individual from this podium. I'm happy to follow up and provide that to you. But we've been incredibly transparent about the way that Doge is working.
I'm not going to reveal the name, but we're very transparent.
We're so transparent, but you can't know. I did notice she's taken her cross off because I think she's getting a lot of heat about her cross and she sits up there and lies. But here's the thing. The reason they won't reveal an administrator of Doge is because what they are doing is illegal. Full stop. It is illegal. There is no question that it's illegal. Court after court after court is saying this is illegal. If I went into the government and started stealing all United States citizens' private information, I would be in jail. At some point, Pam Bondi will not be the AG, and there will be fair prosecutors looking at this. And this person is not being revealed because they are committing criminal acts. But everybody knows it's Elon Musk at the end of the day.
You know what haunts me? I mean, like really, really tortures me is that everything that he's done, Musk, to date, and he's moved at such a rapid pace, and he's had these little crackheads, big balls and whatever in there there's been reports that they've transferred all of the data to other drives, and that it's already like we're already so compromised
It's too late.
a country. Yeah, that Putin has it all. That it's all, or this has been the war that Putin has wanted to fight for the longest time, and he knew militarily he couldn't go up against us. So the former KGB agent leaned into manipulation as a way to win war, and he started it many, many years ago. And I believe that Donald Trump was recruited.
Mhm.
I believe that they have him compromised financially and by other means. I think Elon Musk is in on it. I think the fix is in. I think the fix is totally in. And all of this other bullshit is simply that. But I always go back to this Canada thing because it kind of came out of left field.
Right.
It never really came up in the campaign. It's after they won. Then it was like, we're going to make Canada the 51st state. So I started doing my own research on it. Justin Trudeau said under oath that Tucker Carlson was paid by Vladimir Putin. And I just think men like that, when somebody calls them out, they get so mad, they want to destroy him. Look at what he did to Navalny. He killed him.
Mhm.
And so then it started, and that had to have been prompted from Putin because Donald Trump isn't creative enough or ambitious enough to think, we need to dick over Canada. We need to go to war with Canada. But Putin 100% would be.
Well, and Putin would like Greenland and Canada for proximity and natural resources. Donald Trump doesn't have enough skill to think that way. Okay, last but certainly not least, yesterday, over 20 Doge employees resigned because they said they refused to dismantle critical public services. And my first response to that, my gut when I read that was, what he's trying to do is going to kill people. Because these people have been all in on cutting the FAA. We've seen, every week there's a new plane crash. They have taken away health care for people in the poorest of countries. What is he trying to do now that this people have drawn a line in the sand is terrifying. And my only thing is, it is obvious to these people who have no heart and no empathy that have been doing all these cuts and hurting all these people without any empathy. This scared them. How dramatic is it going to be? That was my first thought on it. What was yours?
Exactly as yours. Exactly what you said, that this is some really diabolical shit that he's trying to do. But I'm certain that the transparency in the White House,
Absolutely.
I'm sure that Caroline Leavitt will have a presser later today, and we'll know exactly what nefarious deeds Musk and Putin are up to while they create side projects for Donald Trump to feel important. All right, guys, we're trying to get to 1 million subs. Make sure you press, subscribe, like, all the stuff that you're supposed to do to make us pop off in the algorithm. And we'll see you all later.